I have children your age, and the one thing I always tell them is, listen, being in the financial industry is for as many years as most of us who are speaking here have been. You know, we're like that game, 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon or whatever you play, or 7 Degrees of Separation. We're all 1 degree from each other. John and I really didn't know each other until a few years ago, but we knew of each other from, one person away from about 25 different people. You will always know of just about everybody the longer you're in this business. And the real opportunity for you is when people talk about you, that they talk in a great way about you. Honest person, works hard, does the right things. Because that's been, to me, the most amazing thing about getting opportunity, is by meeting it, by the person having a reputation already, and then you meeting them, and you're like, oh my God, I have to find a way to be involved with this person. And what's funny is I started at the Chicago Board Options Exchange. I started trading down there when I was 21 years old, and I'm now older. But with all that said, there are people who I do business with now that I knew when I met for the first time when I was like 25, 26. And I'm like, you know what? That's somebody who's really smart, who someday something will happen. And you start to file those people away. And then when you come in your 40s and your 50s, all of a sudden you're like, hold on. I remember that person from 20 years ago. They're still in the industry. I'm going to find a way to do business with them. The greatest opportunity you really have is to constantly realize that you're kind of being watched. And this is what one of my children is doing an internship right now. And I said, whether you realize it or not, your boss knows everything you did. Because he's like, Dad, I'm the first one in every day. My boss gets in at like 10. He has no idea. I said, I disagree. I'm sure he knows. We have interns at our place. I know everything about every one of them. I know who gets in early. I know who gets in late. I know who doesn't really work hard, except if, they're like, well, you're in the room, they're like this. You're out of the room, it's party time. It's fine. It's their summer internship. We won't be hiring that person. The other thing about everything you do is you got to find a way to make it fun. And so when you look at any job you're going to have, start out with 25% of what you do sucks. I don't care what job you have. I don't care where you at. You basically hate 25% of what you do. 25% of your job you probably do for free. It's fun. It's great. It's why you get up in the morning. So now you have a challenge. The 50% in the middle. The 50% in the middle, your opportunity is to say, you know what? I'm going to make this fun somehow so that I want to go do it. The stuff that's in the middle, find someone to work on it with. Find something about it that gets you fired up. And I think the mistake people make is they're like, oh, God, I got to do this. That's part of life. But if you don't make it fun, it sucks. I will say, I feel very fortunate. I've had fun at my job almost every single day. I get up in the morning, I'm fired up to go. And I don't know that most of America can say that. You're in the financial industry. There is no better place to wake up in the morning and say, there is opportunity. Let's go have some laughs. Let's go make money. Let's go make the best program. Let's go do whatever it is. If you're a regulator, let's go catch the bad guy. Whatever it is, you got to find a way so that you make your job fun. And you know whose fault it is if you don't? It's your own. People who enjoy it the most tend to do pretty well at it. Now, there's always going to be, listen, there are people who are not happy unless they're not happy. We all know them. But they're happy because they're not happy, so they're fine. But at the end of the day, you really just got to make it so that you're fired up, whatever your opportunity is. And as I said, even if you end up in this business, the opportunity is going to be that you can have a couple of things. A job you enjoy, and also a lot of self-pride. And I think that that's sometimes underrated and not talked about enough. Pride in the fact that you did the right thing whenever people challenged you, that you have a good reputation. When you're done with whatever business you are in, that when people talk about you, they say, you know what, our business is worse off because that person left it. If you achieve that and you're able, and if you achieve both of those, by the way, you will find a way to make some money. But honestly, now you guys are all at the beginning of your careers. I'm in the, I hope, middle, not twilight yet. But as I head through my career, one of the things I've really noticed is there are certain people, when they leave the industry, you're like, that was just too bad. That sucks. And you know what? That starts when you're 22 or 21 or 20, however old most of you are, that of building your reputation for everything you do, because it'll follow you for the rest of your life. The first group of interns we ever hired, there was a girl that worked for us that was so good, so smart, so amazing, that we offered to pay her to leave school between her junior and senior year. We said, we'll hire you and we'll pay your college tuition. You're that good. She declined it. But she went on and she's got a great job now out in San Francisco. She's actually outside the financial industry. She's a programmer, but she's doing amazing. But the whole point being this, you all have that opportunity whether you realize it or not. And by the way, if you have that opportunity for yourself, believe me, you're giving your company plenty of opportunities. When people want to spend time with you, that's awesome. And I think it's also overlooked when somebody's hard on you. The people I'm hardest on are the people I think have opportunity. If I just come in and say, hey, how you doing? Good to see you, I probably have zero interest in your future career because I don't think you're worth investing time in. People who I'm like, why would you do that? Explain this to me. Is because I know they're smart. And you have to press them a little bit. So if you have a boss right now, if somebody for your internship, and you're like, I come in every day here, she's all over me, I fruit and hate it. It's probably because they see in you maybe something you don't even see in yourself. They see the opportunity of where you can be, so they're making you answer those questions. All that being said, thank you all very much. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you all at Happy Hour.